Guys, welcome back to LOI Fan TV ahead of Game Week 6 in the LOI Premier Division. Joined once again by Luke. Luke, obviously becoming a very familiar face on the channel. Absolutely delighted to have you. How are you keeping, mate?
Yeah, another week. Yeah, no, delighted. Yeah, no, we're not delighted with the results, but delighted to be back on the channel anyways.
Have you won a game yet this season? No, have you? No, I
I'm
don't
not
think so.
sure. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. We will start off with the kind of hot topic at the moment, of course, which is Bohemians. They play host to. It doesn't get any easier for them at the moment. They play host to Derry City. Obviously, we saw last Friday night that we both predicted it as well. Shelburne coming away from Dalymount Park with a 2-0 win. And it was the kind of final straw for Declan Devine. 4 games into the season, things feels a little bit soon, but did you feel it was a fair sacking, or what's your kind of general thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it's been coming. Like obviously he hasn't behind the scenes been too had a good relationship with Pat Fenlon, and obviously Pat Fenlon kind of runs things in Bows. So if you're not getting along with him, yeah, your time's numbered. So look,
Mm.
it hasn't been like between the recruitment, the kind of like as we were even saying, like signing 4 defenders on deadline day, like after a game's been played, like it's just not ideal. Now he's been in the job now 18 months, so like he's had his kind of fair crack. He kind of came in at the end of
Mm.
20 was it 2022 season, had a few
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
full 2023, got back-to-back sixth place finishes. So like it isn't really where Bows want to be. So to be honest, I know it's early doors in the season, but I'd probably agree with the decision the
I
club
just
made.
I just don't understand why now is the right time. If it wasn't working at the end of last season, do it then. Don't wait till
Mm,
the transfer window's closed, you're 4 games in, and then do it. It just sums them up, to be honest. It's such a mess.
yeah.
And I was only saying in a video there a couple of days ago that I was like, kind of feel bad for him. I think it kind of came to the right conclusion because I think he was probably done with them as much as they were done with him, to be honest. Um, because I can't imagine that he was happy with the way they went about things recruitment wise. But yeah, for me, like just to see how close they could have been last season, like how different the narrative would be if they had have won the cup final, if they had have finished fourth, went down to the final day, like it's so interesting to think how different the narrative could be. So, but yeah, I think all in all, it is the correct decision.
Mm.
Um, and Pat Fenlon takes the reins going into this game on Friday night, which is quite a funny one, isn't
There
it?
we go again. Yeah, Jesus,
Yeah.
who would have thought? Like, yeah, it's a madness to be honest. Like, obviously, you were saying like at the end of last season would have been a bit. Now, it would have been a bit harsh to get rid of him after a cup final, but like at the same time, if he would have agreed to part, then both parties, he would have been in good stead. Bowes would have had an off season to recruit, and
Yeah.
but yeah, it just I don't even know what to make of it to be honest. It's another week of Bowes, isn't it? Like it's
It
just
is.
there's
Yeah.
always something. Yeah.
Yeah. Attention seekers. Uh,
Exactly.
they play host to an informed Derry side. In fairness, they're second in the league now. They're probably like the main kind of title contender side out of yourself, Rovers, Pats, and Derry that have kind of lived up to expectations so far. I can only see kind of one result here, to be honest. Are you? I assume you're of a similar mindset.
Yeah. Pat Houghton's on fire. Both are
Mm.
leaking goals for fun. So, yeah, 1 + 1 = 2 in that regard. Like, I think there you're going to get all three. To be honest, I think wouldn't be surprised now. Pat Fenner kind of ran like similar enough to yourselves. Like, it was kind of nip and tuck for a while, and then kind of Derry's class prevailed. I'm going to say, I'm probably going to go 3-1 Derry.
3-1, yeah, I like that.
You
Yeah,
think?
I'm
What do you
gonna
think?
go. I'm gonna go for. I don't really see both scoring, to be honest. I might go for. I could see them getting tossed around here. I'm gonna go for a 4-0 Derry win. I think I could
Yeah.
see, but things are both being really, really bad at the moment, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think it could be. It's they're either gonna get a big reaction out of Fenlon. It could go one way or the other, or the
Mm.
players are just gonna be lost. And I have a feeling like going off what I've seen so far this season, I can't see them getting
To be honest,
anywhere
as
near a
mad as it
result.
sounds, I wouldn't be surprised if Fenton got a reaction out of him.
Yeah,
It
maybe.
sounds bizarre, but like if out of all interim managers to be an interim manager, like Pat
Yeah,
Fenton, like ridiculous CV in the league.
he
So,
does.
but then
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
fair shot. But as you said, it's gonna go one or the other way. They're gonna go get a reaction, or Derry gonna run amok. So yeah, Derry win.
yeah, yeah. Derry win 100%. Next up, we do have Dundalk, bottom of the league, 1 point after 4 games, playing host to Waterford, who are in third. Obviously, they only have 7 points from five. I say only, but it's very kind of congested in the middle of the of the table so far. You kind of have your Galways and Sligos and Pats and all there kind of in that bunch. But Waterford to their own in their own right are third in the league at the moment. Had a really good start to the campaign. This one's a weird one for me because I'm not like obviously going off form. You'd think Waterford, but I'm kind of half expecting to see Dundalk have to kind of react here. We saw them put up a decent display against Pats. It wasn't like in a back cricket score like the previous game against Ligo. They lost 1-0 to Pats on Friday night. So they kind of showed some sort of a reaction to kind of be in the game, let's say. Like Dundalk at the best of times mightn't get a result in Inchicore, So I don't know. This one is a funny one for me. I'm not overly convinced by an away win or a home win, so I'm thinking down the middle, to be honest.
Good show, yeah. Like both teams are probably disappointed off the back of the last game. Like obviously,
Hmm.
Derry won 3-0 against Waterford, and Waterford like had a
Yeah.
few chances, but kind of gave way too many, and the
I believe
scoreline
he'd
kind
be
of
suspended as well, won't he? Or get
yeah,
sent off, I
yeah,
think,
which
yeah.
which isn't ideal. Yeah, exactly. And obviously Dundalk kind of gave an all right account themselves against Pats. Like obviously Pats had their chances too, but Dundalk kind of
Hmm.
stayed in and showed a bit of resolve, but just obviously couldn't nick the goal. Yeah, I could see the draw to be honest. I'm probably just gonna say Waterford. I just think Dundalk, the goals that they've been shipping since the season got underway, like and Padraig Hammond and kind of just the other crowd
Yeah.
players what have wouldn't surprise me if they nicked
Asamoah
it.
and
Yeah, yeah,
Parsons and all, yeah, they have
yeah,
players that can cause
exactly,
problems.
exactly, yeah. And kind of Oriel Park, it isn't the fortress that it once was. Like I kind
No.
of, I haven't been up there this season yet, but like from kind of the videos, like it just looks a bit kind of stale. And I don't think that it'd be different if the home crowd was kind of getting them riled up and getting them ready for it. But I just don't think that's going to be there. So I think Waterford capitalize. I'm probably going to say 2-1 Waterford.
2-1 Waterford. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go 2-2, I think. I'm actually tempted to go for a Dundalk win. I could see like a bit of a surprise shock result. I could think
Yeah,
that could
it,
be the
it would
one,
make
you know what I
sense.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like they have players that can turn up, you feel, but yeah, I'm gonna
Just
go
one of those.
for
Yeah.
yeah, they're one of those teams, aren't they? You just never know what you're going to get out of them. But we know what we're going to get out of them this season so far. But like they have the capacity to turn it around. You feel? I'm going to go for 2-2. I think there will be goals in it. Obviously, as I said, Waterford do have a lot of have goals in the side, and yeah, I think a 2-2 score draw could be on the cards. You got your score prediction in, didn't you? It was 2-1 Waterford.
2-1 Waterford, yeah.
2-1 Waterford. Yeah,
2-1.
nice.
I
Nice.
think we'll just have enough.
Um, we'll move on then to winless Shamrock Rovers, who who have a very tough trip. In fairness, we've kind of said that this place will be a tough place to go for most sides in the league. It's a trip to Galway. Galway find themselves in fourth spot with 7 points from 5 games. Shamrock Rovers in that relegation playoff spot currently. They have 3 points. For, excuse me, 3 points from 4 games, which is obviously 3 draws, 1 loss. Um, the Sligo game was a little bit how we kind of expected to go. I think we both predicted a draw on that as well, so we were
Yeah.
both kind of right. So
Mm.
I don't know how to how
Yeah.
to.
It's I don't even know where do you begin. Like if I suppose if results have been positive at the start of the season, a draw in Sligo isn't the worst result. It's just the nature of kind of us needing to get on. And it's happening again. Like we've been joking about on the channel for the last few weeks
Yeah,
about, no, will it happen again? It's happening
yeah,
again. So like, and I watched the highlights of Galway Drogheda, and I actually don't know how Galway didn't score.
yeah.
Like,
I
it looked
know.
like Drogheda played the whole game in the final in Galway's. Sorry, they were spending the whole game defending,
Yeah,
and this Galway were just had them under the caution, just didn't score. So like, they know how to play that pitch. They have a good record on it. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna be an optimist. I have a feeling. Well, I don't have a feeling. I hope. I hope we win because we need to
yeah.
win. So I'm going to say we nick it. I'm going to go 1-0 Rovers. I know we looked a bit shaky against Sligo. Obviously, Cleary cleared it off the line.
Mm.
Poles
Jesus, yeah,
rugby
nearly
tackled
killed Simon Power.
Simon
Yeah,
Bauer.
yeah. Is
So
that a red card for you? Was it?
oh, it's a tough one. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like obviously Pico was running beside him, but like it's a really bad
it's a
challenge.
really bad tackle.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
really bad challenge. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say 1-0 Rovers. It's on the telly, you know. Graham Burke he started against Sligo, and I hope he
Yeah, it was
started
big. Yeah,
again. He gave Johnny Kenny two great chances towards the end of that game, and Johnny Kenny kind of does what Johnny Kenny does and take them. So I just anyway, I kind of hope that Bradley kind of goes in there where the plan keeps it tight at the back. It'd be kind of one of those games, you know yourself, what goal we
Yeah,
have been this season, and I just think we'll make it. What do you reckon?
yeah. I think it's getting to that stage where you do need to win these, like start winning
Mm.
games. Like
The
it's
must win.
really getting, yeah,
Yeah,
it is getting to that stage.
yeah.
And I just like I feel like you might just have enough to score here, and I think Galway one of those sides that they'll keep it tight. Like I think your 1-0 shout could be a great
Mm.
choice because Galway, I don't think they're like blessed with goals, but they will put Shamrock Rovers under pressure. I think I mentioned it to you last week that they put 36 cross into the box against Shales. They'll do that to Leon Poles, who I don't think is the most comfortable crosses and stuff, isn't it? Not
Oh,
like so. I think there could be opportunities for Galway, but I think Rovers they should really have too much quality for Galway. I'm gonna go for just to mix it up against you. I'm gonna go for Rovers to get their season back on track. I'm gonna go Rovers to get kind of Galway keep them tight first half, but they'll nick one just before half time, and then maybe just nick one kind of at the break near the end when if Galway are kind of throwing men forward a little bit. So I'll go for a 2-0 Shamrock Rovers.
here's hoping.
Yeah, yeah, massive game though.
Massive.
Um, Speaking of massive games, we probably have the game of the weekend in Inchicore on Friday night. We do have the Dublin Derby between St. Patrick Athletic and Shelburne now. St. Pat's got a big win at home. 1-0 against Dundalk on Friday night. Obviously, that's kind of the Steel McDonald Derby. That's a massive 3 points for them, and Roy Keating getting off the mark. I think he scored one previously, but getting another goal is huge for him as well for his confidence heading into this massive game against top of the league Shells. This game, who do you make favourites for this game? Do you think in your head? Obviously, Pats are sixth in the league, 6 points from 5 games. Shells top.
All for me to say Shells. Obviously, they went to Daily Mountain, won kind of a similar kind of feel of a game. Obviously, Pats have way more quality than Bows have, but I suppose Duffer will probably go there trying to win the game. Now, do I think that'll happen? I'm not too sure. Like
Yeah.
St. Pat's, even though they only beat Dundalk 1-0, they looked solid enough. Now I know they like Dundalk could have nicked it, but they didn't. But like Pats
Mm,
had lots of chances, and I think Pats are going to cause you more problems at the back than what Bows have caused you.
definitely.
It wouldn't
Definitely.
surprise me if they scored and you didn't keep a clean sheet. Now I know you have a lot going at the back and with Will Jarvis in attack, like you're always got great chances. I thought Liam Burt looked great against Bows
Yeah,
too.
really
He's
good. Yeah.
a
Yeah.
fantastic addition to your attack. But yeah, I'm probably gonna lean on a 1-1 draw here. It wouldn't surprise me. Shells keep it tight, kind of Pats use home advantage, maybe nick a goal, and then Shells come back and equalise. And it's kind of and I don't think Duffer would be that against the draw in
No,
retrospect, given
no.
how many kind of solid you went down the Sligo and won, and you kind of have a lot of credit in the bank there. So a draw wouldn't be the
Yeah.
worst result for Shells. So I'd probably go 1-1. What do you reckon?
Yeah, yeah, I know. I'd wonder if both managers would shake hands in a draw pre-game. It's kind of that one of those ones,
Mm,
isn't it? Like,
yeah.
it's tough. It's really tough game to call because I feel like Shells have been probably like just watching them. It's kind of been probably the side you'd say have been best coached so far. They kind of have look like they've had the best preseason behind them. They look like the kind of most secure squad, most secure 11. And they've obviously improved the 18 man squad or whatever. So yeah, I think Shells definitely will fancy their chances to nick more points in these types of games against the kind of top opposition. We obviously saw them beat Rovers for the first time in a long time a couple of weeks ago and beating Bows at Dalymount Park. I think that was the first time in years as well. So they definitely have improved quality wise. The kind of didn't create loads in against Bows, but you can just see the quality that you have with Sean Boyd coming off the bench and winning a penalty, crucial. Then Tyreek Wilson from a set piece, great ball into the box. Just little moments of quality that you can, and then you can rely on your clean sheet or having a really solid foundation at the back. So I think Shells will go to Pats full of confidence. But I think Pats will. It's gonna be interesting to see how kind of John Daly approaches it. Will he be kind of cautious? Will he be go with that kind of five at the back formation, match Shells in that regard, or would he kind of go for it? I could nearly see. I'm going to agree with you on the draw. I could nearly see a 0-0 stalemate here, to be honest. And I don't think
Mm.
either manager would be overly disappointed with that. I think they'd nearly shake hands on it.
Yeah, that's very probable as well. I'm just thinking kind of obviously Pitaluja got dropped
Yeah,
taken
needed to
out of the
happen, didn't
forward
it? I
line,
think.
and obviously you kept the clean sheet, so I can't imagine he'll be coming back in. So yeah,
No.
you're right. That's might keep a clean sheet. Like I thought Turner looked solid against I mean, know Joe Redden's
Yeah, yeah.
qualities. Like, yeah, 0-0 is also a good show. I could easily go 0-0, but I'm just gonna stick 1-1 to
No,
be
one
different.
off could be a good shout. It could be a good shout because
Yeah.
there is quality. There is quality. Your Berts and your Jarvises, and then your kind of Rory Keatings and your Forresters and Keane Levy and Mulroney. There is quality in the final thirds for both teams, so it could easily be a couple of goals either way.
Mm.
But yeah, both agreeing on the draw there. And then finally we have Saturday night's game. Sligo Rovers playing host to Drogheda United. Now Sligo have had a kind of a funny season. They have 6 points from 5 games, but I feel like they're just drawing a lot of games. Obviously, I think the only game they've actually lost was the Shelburne game, I believe.
Mm.
Whereas Drogs come into this one, they're in eighth place, 4 points from 4 games. A kind of solid enough start for them. They'll be disappointed. Not disappointed actually with the last two. They drew against Galway. Obviously beat Bows before that, so maybe actually starting to turn their season around a little bit after the first two. Whereas Sligo, obviously the nil-all draw with yourselves. But I thought Sligo they do look a decent side, don't they? They look like they have kind of the Simon Power on the break. They seem to have a couple of good players that can cause issues.
Yeah, no, I think Sligo will be fine this season. Like, I'm
Yeah.
kind of looking at them now in fifth. I wouldn't surprise me if they kind of maintain that position throughout the season and kind of
Mm.
we're in and around the shout for Europe towards the end, like that fourth place. To be honest, like when it comes to Drogheda, I'm not convinced by them at all. Um,
Yeah.
like they went down to Galway and they were very fortunate to draw that game. Like, and you even think of when Waterford went to Galway and hammered them 4-1. Like, I know they beat Bows, but Bows are by no means kind of
They're
a
misfits.
complete
Yeah.
side. So it wouldn't surprise me if kind of Sligo like played their advantages. Saturday kick off down in Sligo. Drogheda probably won't really fancy it, and I could see like 2 or 3-0 here to Sligo. I was just so underwhelmed at how little Drogheda had going forward against Galway.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
a kind of a 50-50 affair, but it does seem like Galway were just peppering them all game. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 2-0 Sligo here.
Yeah, it's funny because we kind of picked out Drogheda as being the kind of surprise package this season, maybe
Mm.
a top half finish type of thing. And now you're kind of looking at it and you're seeing the two promoted sides starting well, and you're looking at Sligo who've done better than expected as well. They brought in Max Mata later on as well. You'd imagine Bows will get better at some stage. You'd imagine Dundalk will get better at some stage. You're kind of like
Mm.
thinking, are Drogheda in a bit of trouble at the bottom here now this season? Like you're getting starting to get a little bit worried for them.
Yeah, they've definitely gone under the radar because obviously the Bohemians managerial situation, you've Pats with the big budget they have starting kind of poor, and then obviously the standout result was Dundalk losing 5-0. So
Yeah.
like kind of in and around that, and obviously Rovers without a win, like you kind of have a bit of a storm going on, and there's Drogheda are falling a bit under the radar, but it would not surprise me if you're looking at the league table in a month's time and Drogheda are bottom because,
Yeah.
as I said, they really haven't got up to much this season. Like they've recruited
Mm.
well, but they just maybe there'll be one of these teams as the season goes on, they'll get a bit better because they
To
have
grow
made a
into
lot
it,
of
yeah.
new acquisitions. But like it's as you said, Waterford and Galway have come up and they've kind of hit the ground running. So I worry for Kevin Doherty's side, like I do.
Yeah, yeah. You'd
Yeah.
like to think from a broad perspective, maybe France Pro can get up and running soon. I don't think he scored yet this season, so maybe a goal for him would give him a bit of confidence to kind of kick on, which would be big. But I do like Kevin Doherty. I think he's a good manager as well. I think he's definitely turned things around a little bit. They seem to have picked up a couple of points in the last few games. So, but I do. Well, you went for what was it, 2-0 Sligo, was it?
2-0 Sligo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm gonna go for 2-1 Sligo. Yeah, I'd maybe draw it. We'll get off the we'll get it nick a goal, but yeah, I think Sligo they've kind of been okay this season. I think they'll be all right, and they have that bit of quality at both ends of the pitch. In Mata and McGinty, they kind of that gives me confidence looking at that when I look at their team on live score. I'm like, okay, they've a decent kind of foundation, decent spine. Like so, I think that is important. Especially in games like this. So yeah, I think Sligo. Simon Power's actually impressed me so far as well. He looks like a dangerous player. Obviously, kind of saw very only very saw glimpses of him at Rovers, kind of, but you could always tell he had a bit of pace about him at the very least.
Yeah. Well, he was signed as Danny Mandrea's replacement. He never kind of hit the
Mm,
ground running. He just got injured, very unfortunate with injuries. But like to be fair, whenever he did play, like he did decent. He scored against
yeah,
Cork played last season, like, and then he kind of got injured. But like, kind of as far as Sligo players, I was impressed with. Like, I think like I feel like I say it every week, but I was watching Ed McGinty coming off his line, like, and I know you're a Connor Kearns man, but
yeah.
I just I feel like who is better, Ed McGinty or Connor Kearns? Because every time I watch Ed McGinty, I'm impressed. Like, I wish he was in goals for us.
I
And
can't believe he didn't go from there.
yeah, it's just him and Kearns are just, it seems like they're levels above any other keeper in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's why I kind of am going 2-0 Sligo, because I think that like Sligo won't concede many goals this season with him and Nets. You know, the way he kind of
Yeah.
organizes his back line, and yeah, he's just been very good so far. I've been really impressed.
Yeah, both going for the Sligo win. Well, guys, there you have it. Our predictions ahead of game week 6 in the League of Ireland Premier Division. Make sure to get yours down in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like on it as well. And please do subscribe if you are new around here. It is much, much appreciated. Luke, an absolute pleasure as always, mate.
Pleasure, Ross. Cheers.